there be treasure. The year is 1665. Pirates bring fear and violence to the seas. The Royal Navy tasked with hunt and dog. The sound of the oars stroking through the water quietens to be replaced by the gentle rise and fall of waves as they bump against the side of the boat. The 5 men lower themselves into the water and guide the boat onto the sand. This'll be the last one for this trip, boys. Then back out to sea, plundering awaits, his deep chuckle carrying across the beach as they struggle with the heavy wooden chest. As his men hide the last of the gold, Captain William Green marks the location on a roughly drawn map. The clouds part and moonlight blazes a path across the ocean, the silhouette of a ship anchored down as the crew awaits their captain's return. Climbing aboard, the captain draws his sword, holding it above his head, and with a roar shouts, "Raise the sails, the hold is empty, and I have a hankering for a fight." The crew respond as one eye, Cap. The sails snap as they catch the wind, and the small island is left in peace once more. A soft breeze picks up a piece of paper discarded on the sand, rolling and fluttering as it makes its way further inland, finally coming to rest amongst the ruins of a long-abandoned dwelling. 2 months later, the ocean is alight with fire, the screams of men as they are run through almost as loud as the booms of cannon. Captain Green's men fight for their lives as they are overwhelmed by the well-trained force of the Navy. The captain refuses to leave his ship as it sinks to the ocean floor. The few surviving pirates placed in chains, their fate at the end of a rope.
1978, and a small group of botanists clamber down from a small cruiser, stacking packs, tents and sleeping bags onto the sand. Can you imagine if she is correct? Excited voices talking over each other as they examine the photo again, the beauty of the flower evident. She said it was as colourful as a rainbow. They refer to the legendary 𝕁𝕌'𝕃 orchid, previously believed to be no more than a story, but maybe, just maybe, the elderly florist was speaking the truth. Was this the island? They set up camp quickly, eager to explore this beautiful place called 𝕁𝕌'𝕃. The lead scientist, Professor Matilda Green, checks her pack and places the faded photo carefully between the pages of her journal. Looking up, she smiles at her team's expectant faces. Let's get this show on the road! Looking around, she notices a faint trail in the sand. Nodding and pointing, they move forward. A row of large palm trees on the left, singing quietly as a gentle breeze shakes the fronds. A break in the rocks makes a natural pathway. Ahead, almost hidden under ivy, there is what looks like an old ruin. Carefully climbing over the tumble of stones and finding a place to sit, Professor Green shrugs out of her pack and glances around. This looks like a great place to take a break. The shade is a welcome relief from that blazing sun. As the rest of the group settles down, she continues to look around, her face wrinkling as she spots something in the corner. Reaching down, she realizes it is a piece of very old-looking paper. As she carefully unfolds it, she gasps. She is faced with what looks like, well, like a treasure map. It looks as if someone was here and decided to leave us a gift. Who fancies a treasure hunt? Laughing amongst themselves, they examine the fragile paper. Can you imagine if it was a real treasure map? Ooh, we could be millionaires! With a grin and a roll of her eyes, Professor Green whispers, "Well, you know there was a pirate captain way back in my family history. Maybe there be treasure. Arr!" As they settle down for lunch, they quickly forget about the treasure as they open their own map, marking off trails and discussing the new exhibit at Kew Gardens. Professor Green returns the paper to where she found it with a grin. We are here to find a different kind of treasure. Let's get going and find that orchid.
2023 and the legend of Captain Green's treasure is in the news. A golden coin was found in a pool at the bottom of a waterfall. The beautiful 𝕬𝕍 Beach Resort and Hangout is home to a community of warm and wonderful people. And they welcome the influx of treasure hunters with open arms.
Can you find a map? Will it lead you to treasure?
Will you discover the 𝕬𝕍 orchid? There is only one way to find out.
The hunt awaits.